So I came across this article yesterday and I thought it might affect our students, our driving lessons and our driving tests. We're just gonna go through it. Extreme lockdown laws extended for a further 6 months despite major Tory revolt. So the government is planning potentially to extend the lockdown. This isn't despite the fact that we're gonna get out of lockdown in a few weeks time. How come this article came out about extending it? We're gonna go through it and see how it affects us. Don't forget, guys, to like, share, and subscribe with FM Driving School. You can always check out my site for all the latest information on how to pass your driving test. So let me just see what exactly is happening. Get rid of that. Okay, draconian lockdown laws imposed 1 year ago have been extended for a further 6 months despite a major Tory revolt. Let me just see how is that possible. The Coronavirus Act, granting powers over everything from school closures and public gatherings to the detentions of infected people. Oh, I didn't know about that. You can detain them. Was renewed by MPs by 484 votes to 76. What does that mean? Corona was a conservative anger centered on the decision to renew the crackdown until October, 3 months beyond the promised lifting of restrictions in June. So I think in June was meant to be where the full lockdown finishes. Obviously, we're having a phase, getting out of the lockdown in a phased way. It seems like maybe the phase might be a few more steps before the full lockdown finishes. It could be that. Let me just carry on reading. Mark Harper, leading Tory rebel, said June was the roadmap's supposed end. Yeah, that's exactly what we are just discussing then. Warning a further renewal to October until March 2022. Oh, renew in October. Oh, another 6 months from October, it looks like. Or wasn't ruled out by the government. Interesting. Okay, we'll talk about how that affects our driving in a bit. We just carry on reading, get the full information. Earlier, new regulations to authorize restriction during the easing of the lockdown in the weeks to come were approved without a vote. Oh, hello. Earlier, new regulations to authorize restriction during the authorized restriction of the lockdown in the weeks to come were approved. So at any moment, they can just bump up the regulations and just lock people up or whatever, impose whatever regulations they wish. Lockdown. Let me just carry on. The result was no doubt once Labour confirmed it would continue to support the sweeping laws despite raising doubts over whether the ban on protests is being lifted as promised. Did you guys go to the protest, by the way? That was a very interesting day that day. Obviously, a lot of people getting locked up, being slammed to the floor. 35 Conservative MP rebelled to joining 21 Labour MPs, a 10 Liberal crowd. Okay, that doesn't really affect us. During the debate, Matt Hancock refused to rule out a further extension to autumn, pointing to the threat from the new COVID-19 variant emerging. So anyway, there's a bit more. The point is, guys, across Europe right now, there is another coronavirus increase, another little spike, and I think the government is getting very agitated and scared that it is going to come to UK, and it may. Now, if that does happen, obviously, as you know, it will affect everything in terms of our driving, everything, not just driving, the whole situation that we're in. But at the same time, I think the government does not want to go into lockdown. I do believe they want to bring us out of it. They want to give the people of UK some hope, some happiness. They want to look good, despite even if it kills people. They want to look good for themselves because we've been in lockdown for so long. So I think they will open it up, and it could be that they open it up for a couple of months, get us all happy, and then lock it down again as they done previously with the third lockdown. But right now it is breaking news where the government has voted that they could extend for another 6 months. And it seems like anything could happen at this stage right now. Even if you were to get the vaccine, this vaccine here, I don't, obviously we can still pass on. Apparently, we can still pass on the virus. So even if you got a vaccine, unfortunately, you're gonna be affected by the lockdown. That's the breaking news I've seen so far. But this is all just theoretical, looking into the future. For now, the lockdown is going to ease off. On the 12th of April, you will be able to do your theory test. Let me know, comment below if you got your theory test coming up. And from the 22nd of April, you will be able to do your driving test. Again, comment below, let me know if you got your driving test coming up. Don't forget to go to my site. So if you look here, fmdriverschool.co.uk, you get so many free resources, driving instructor and students, how to drive, learner's guide, latest articles. So go check it out. There'll be a lot of free resources before you start your driving lessons and your theory tests. We're going to show you exactly what you should be aware of, what you need to know with your fully qualified driving instructor FM. If you guys want to take driving lessons, just email me. And from the 22nd of April, from the 12th of April, we will be taking driving lessons. And as you know, 22nd of April is when you can start your driving test. Stay positive. I think still for the next couple of months, I still believe tests will proceed, will happen personally, just because I think the government needs to get us out of lockdown for a little bit to make us a little bit happy and content before they go take us back into lockdown. Or maybe the spike of the coronavirus might calm down, might become low, and therefore we might not have to go into lockdown. So let's stay positive for now, but also we need to be aware. That's the reason why I made this video. Again, guys, don't forget to like, share and subscribe with FM Driving School.